Title card, Inspirations and Experts with Sofia Sanchez. Sofia talks with NNCIL Executive Director Mark Tatter.
How does a smartphone help people with disabilities?
Well, a smartphone is just amazing. Some of the applications and platforms that the phone can use can really help people with all disabilities. As a blind person, a smartphone is absolutely life-changing. Some of the newest technologies, such as artificial intelligence, allow pictures to be described by my phone to tell me everything in the room. I can find out what color my clothes are by simply talking to the phone and having it read back what it sees. It also allows me to communicate with everybody on every platform. And it's just a very amazing device because it opens up the world to me. But it's not just blind people. People with all sorts of disabilities can use a smartphone for all sorts of technologies or access to information or communication.
What are some other apps?
Well, there's a lot of apps that help with navigation that can be very helpful. It allows you to find places easily if you have trouble traveling alone. And there's also wonderful apps that allow sound to be filtered out so that if you have trouble hearing people in a noisy environment, you can actually use the artificial intelligence on the phone to turn down the background noise so you can have dinner with a friend and be able to talk and hear what they're saying to you.
Wow, that totally makes sense. Tell me more.
There's also apps that might help you find a path that you need to navigate that's much easier to navigate for a person maybe in a wheelchair or has balance issues, so that you know which is the best way to get to a place easily without having to find lots of steps or a hill or uneven ground.
That's incredible. That was really helpful. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you again.
Me too as well.
Sofia talks about assistive technology with Inspiration Kolby.
So hi, I'm Sofia. What's your name?
I'm Kolby.
It was nice to meet you.
You too.
So tell me about your disability.
So I am profoundly deaf, which means, I was born profoundly deaf, which means I did not have any hearing when I was born, so I did not pass the newborn hearing screening. So then my parents decided to implant me and my sister, who's also a twin, I'm also a twin, and I now have bilateral cochlear implants, and that's what helps me hear.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I want to know, do you know any sign language?
Not a lot, because I got implanted on my right side at 1 and my left when I was 3.5. But I know a little bit, but I do want to learn more to have conversations with people.
Well, good thing we're doing conversation right now together.
Exactly. I can always learn.
Tell me about your accommodations you need.
The accommodations? So throughout elementary, middle school, and high school, I was part of I had an IEP, which is, I don't remember what the acronym stands for, but it ensures that I have accommodations and my teachers follow it, and then I was able to have a 504 plan, which still allows for those accommodations, which I use to get into college. And those accommodations is preferred seating, meaning that I sit in the front so that way I can hear the professor. I have a microphone that's called a Roger Pen, I think, and it Bluetooths to my implants so that way the professor can wear it and I can still hear their voice and it streamlines. I make videos, have closed captioning because sometimes I miss things that are being said. What else? And I have a transcriber in class, which is someone who sits in the classroom and types up everything the professor is saying and everything that's happening in the classroom. And I can fall back on that if I miss something or just need to reread what happened.
Well, that's good for you.
Yeah.
What CDs do you have at home?
So I actually still live on campus. I'm in Canada Hall, which they're very good about the safety stuff. But one thing that I think of is having a flashing light on the fire alarm, because obviously when I'm asleep I can't hear it. And there's also something that I can use. It's like a little thing that shakes the bed that can connect to the fire alarm, so that'll also wake me up. I do have a roommate, and so we leave the door unlocked just because she's also profoundly deaf and has bilateral cochlear implants. So for both of our safety, we leave the door unlocked when it's closed, just in case someone needs to get in.
Logos for Northern Nevada Center for Independent Living and Southern Nevada Center for Independent Living.